Hi guys, this is Dr. Ron Miller with CashBasedPhysiotherapy.org, and today we're going to go over 3 tips that I've learned throughout my time of owning a cash-based physiotherapy practice. So 1, never count the money until it's actually paid. So don't go off of hope, or someone said that they're going to come in, or they agreed to your treatment plan and they booked out 3 or 4 sessions and you're planning on that money coming in, or someone said that they're going to come in, or the eval is booked and you're working on your weekly budget and you're going to count that money. Things happen, people cancel, sometimes they want to avoid conflict so they just don't even show up sometimes, or things fall through where they have to cancel or reschedule. But as you open and run your cash-based clinic, don't count the money until they actually pay. That's one thing that I've learned in my experience. 2, never judge a book by its cover. Just because someone is lower socioeconomic status or a poor person doesn't mean that they won't come to you for treatment. Okay? Sometimes they have failed multiple treatments and they're relying on you and hoping on you to resolve their pain. Okay? So they'll still come to you for treatment, and it's up to you to design a process to be able to handle that situation. What are you going to do if someone doesn't have the money to come to you for treatment, but they want to come to you? That's a problem that you have to solve. But many people just think that, oh, a cash-based clinic, you're just seeing rich people. No, that is not true. That helps a lot, but there's plenty of times where people didn't have the money, but they wanted to come and see me because either a friend I helped, or they saw my reviews online, or they failed multiple treatment approaches. And this is where you have to think outside your box. Stop, just dealing with CrossFitters or just dealing with like the personal training and the gym programs. There's a whole nother market out there in a cash-based setting that you can tap into, is the people that fail multiple treatment approaches. Whether you're rich or poor, it doesn't really matter. But there's plenty of times where, a poor person, or maybe someone just looks poor but they're really not, and they have some money set aside for some stuff like this. But never judge a book by its cover, because there's plenty of times where a poor person can come to you, who doesn't have a lot of money, and they heard about your results and they want to come to you for treatment. And you have to solve that problem of what to do when someone can't afford it, but you know that you can still help them. And that's a problem for you to solve in your practice. But the number 2 principle is don't judge a book by its cover. The 3rd thing is when you are marketing, okay, don't launch 5 marketing strategies at once that are 5 different diagnoses. Pick one diagnosis, design the strategy, and reassess your outcomes. And I got this, I believe it's in Jim Collins' books, Good to Great. It's that, or it's in Built to Last. I love the idea of firing some small shots first and fine-tuning your process and make sure that it works. And then you launch the cannonball. Okay, so don't spread yourself thin. Now I'm going to mark a low back pain, a plantar fasciitis, a SI joint pain, and a neck pain campaign all at once and are not proven to work. Pick one, design the strategy, assess, reassess it, make sure it works, make some changes, put it on steroids, double down if it works, make sure it's proven to work, and then automate it, and then you move on to the second one, okay? Don't spread yourself thin and do like 5 different campaigns at once. Pick one thing, master it, automate it, move on to the next one, and then you kind of tap into that second market. So make sure your one thing is mastered and perfected first, and then you move on to the second task. So these are 3 tips that I've learned in my short time opening my cash-based clinic. Let me know if you have any more tips, or if you have any questions for me. Visit us at CashBasedPhysiotherapy.org. Thank you for your time.